want to know you, but I don't know how. Cause every time I bump right into you, I get all tongue-tied. Want you to know me.
This is where I got my first job as a digital marketing specialist back in May 2016. And I know you guys like story time, so let me tell you the story of how I got into and how I got started into the tech space. And even better than that, I will do that whilst I take you to one of the best, if not the best, Laksa here in Sydney. It's just very close to where this is.
But I'm way too shy. I can't just go around admitting that it's you I like. I wish that I had guts enough to flirt a little, but I'm too scared I'll fail.
I was made redundant along with 95% of the company that I was working for prior to this job here. But I was already looking for a job, so it definitely worked out. So the gap wasn't that long at all, and it is God's will, as they say. It was between me and another candidate. The other candidate got it. Hi, Paula, if you are watching, he definitely deserved that role and is doing so well right now back home at Brazil. But I suppose I did pretty well in the interview because I still got offered a contract role. And the rest is history, and I will tell you, and maybe I will tell you one day as we peruse some other good foods and good finds here in Sydney. Let's walk to Malay Chinese takeaway, which is only a 5-minute walk. That is really loud. Only a 5-minute walk from here. I was working for a data company called Axiom, and I was an associate marketer in there. I was a lone marketer with no budget, but we were actually using Marketo, which is a marketing automation, but there was no training whatsoever, but I did learn it myself. And I started showing up at Marketo events. I had to be careful whilst I crossed the street. And then I remember, Marketo was doing such great B2B marketing. And I also remember I was at an event one time and I saw my then manager in action, and I thought, I want to work for that guy. And little did I know that I actually would. Knowing how to use Marketo or a marketing automation tool definitely changed the dynamic in my career path. There's limited skills out there, even to this day. So that's tip number one. Be good at something where there's a shortage of talent. Mind you, I wasn't really that good at it when I started at Marketo. However, working at Marketo made me a power user. It would have been a shame if I wasn't. So how did I actually get the job? I was in the middle of interviews at Marketo when I was made redundant at Axiom, so the timing was perfect. Sometimes God does really pave the way, and I truly believe that if it's meant to be, it will be. I was referred by the head of marketing of MediaMac at that time. Hi Isman, if you're watching. We were working together at Axiom, and when he found out that I was looking for a job, he referred me to Marketo straight away. But it's tip number two. Get a referral if you can. Always put your best foot forward. Always do your best, because you'll never know when you meet someone that can help you in one way or another. During the interview process at Marketo, I've gone through different stages. It was pretty much the usual. There was no need for a presentation or anything like that, which I've experienced in other tech companies. So that makes it slightly easier. So I got through the final stage, obviously, and it literally broke my heart when I got a call and they told me that I did not get the job. I would have picked Paulo too, to be honest, over myself, because he had solid experience in digital marketing and in paid media in particular, which is what that role really needed. Things quickly turned around though when James, the hiring manager at that time, and my future boss still offered me a contract role. Hi James, if you're watching. So many people that I am saying hello to, and these people have really paved the way for me and really helped me, and up to this day I have maintained relationships with them. I'm getting hungry. Let's keep walking towards Laksa.
I wish that I could listen to the voice inside me, a voice that always says.
We're in Hunter Street now, very close to the Laksa. I'm so excited. But let me tell you now, how did it go once I got the job? So I finally got the job, and in 5 months I was promoted to a marketing manager and was converted to a full-time employee. I was at Marketo for almost 2 years, and in those 2 years I have learned so much. I literally owe everything and where I am today to my time there at Marketo and all the amazing, talented, intelligent, and incredible people that I have worked there during my time. When I was in university studying marketing, yes, I'm one of those few people that actually studied marketing and ended up doing marketing. I've always wanted to work for a big consumer brand like Red Bull, for example. But my time at Marketo really made me proud of being a B2B marketer, and I am still to this day. So what is B2B? B2B stands for business to business, and we sell to businesses rather than consumers. So we sell larger deal sizes and longer sales cycle, also known as harder.
Give it a go, don't waste your time, 'cause you're running out. Give it a go and ask around. Only takes one try, yeah. Even if she tells you no, then at least you know. So give it a go, give it a go. I just can't read you when you pass me by. Sometimes you look my way and say my name and I turn around.
Marketo, being a marketing automation tool, falls under MarTech or marketing tech. It is a software, and a lot of tech companies fall under software, but it's not limited to that. But software typically is your Silicon Valley type, but there are others like fall under hardware. So think about your IBM, your Microsoft, and Apple. They all sell hardware. These days, you also have entertainment like Netflix, Spotify, or travel like Booking.com, for example, which I was just literally using last night to book some hotels for our upcoming holidays. Then of course you got social like Tinder and TikTok. There are literally so many. I've only worked for an American company all my career as a B2B marketer, but there are plenty out there. They're literally everywhere. Big ones like Tencent from China, for example, Shopify from Canada, and there are a lot of new ones popping up from Israel as well. There are plenty of choices, and they are all hiring. So if tech is where you want to be, that's where you want to be. I hope I can inspire you as well to make the move. Laksa's here though. I'm hungry. Let's eat. It is slightly smaller, but it's packed than what I remember, and they're all using plastic bowl as well, I suppose because of COVID. Some of these tech companies have free food. Google is very popular for that. I know Canva, an Australian company, also has free food, but unfortunately Marketo did not. It is very close to Malay Chinese takeaway, which arguably sells one of the best laksa, if not the best, here in Sydney. They make beef rendang and other cooked meal as well, and I've given those a go before and they were really good too. Laksa usually comes with chicken. They actually serve skinless chicken as well, which is really good and slightly healthier. But I do like their vegetable version, and I add extra bean curd or tofu in it. Actually, during my time at Marketo, they also had Jimmy's recipe at Gateway, which is even closer and it is fancier. But I just saw that they've already closed, I believe, due to COVID, so which is quite sad. Let's see. Oh my god, this frame is pretty bad because I'm in a very narrow table, so you guys can see it.
But when I see you,
Oh, I've asked them to add a little bit, just a little bit of chili.
I wish that I had guts enough to flirt a little, but I'm too scared I'll fail.
Alright, so we are done now. It was still so good. I was gonna say probably the only difference this time around is it came in a smaller bowl, but it was still amazing. The right amount of chili, because obviously you can adjust the amount of chili you put into it, and the creaminess is just perfect. That tofu, that fried tofu is great. So it's still definitely a must go. Very satisfied, but now I'm thirsty. I realized I didn't buy any drink, but very happy. Make sure you visit that place. And you know what's a good sign of an Asian place? When there are a lot of Asians dining in there, and there were heaps.
I wish that I could listen.
I'm in the middle of Martin Place now. I am heading to Westfield to buy a birthday gift for my sister-in-law. Hopefully I don't end up buying something for myself, but I probably would. I've mentally prepared myself for that. But before I go, I wanted to let you know that if you want to get started in tech, you can. You just need to start somewhere, and obviously this is easier if you are younger and early in your career because you won't mind doing a junior role. But you can look for roles where you can transfer your skills from another industry like sales, marketing, customer success, receptionist, or an EA, really, to name a few. Remember my 2 tips from earlier. Number 1, find a skill gap in market and get really good at that. But obviously only do that if that's really of interest and it makes you happy, because otherwise you will regret it. referrals. So build relationships, network, and of course you got to do a great job, and you want to build that relationship and have people trust you and make it really easier for people to refer you. Bonus tip, look for jobs on LinkedIn because that's where they're actually listed, may it be via an official listing or not, they are all in there. And another bonus tip, it doesn't hurt to reach out to someone who's currently working for a tech company or eyeing for any tech company for that matter, and ask them, just reach out and see if they know of a role that or an opportunity but that might not be published, or it's something that they, you gotta sell yourself, and then they will realize that they need that role. Again, referrals are stronger. Trust me, now that I'm a people manager and have hired people, it really does make a difference. I'm in Westfield, Sydney now, time to go shopping. I hope you found that useful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn as well. I will link my profile down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.